Welcome back everywhere to the Join Dota League Season number 5, Asian Division 2, Pierre Bing-Tang versus Kingdom in this 2-game series where Kingdom having a 1-game advantage. Of course, half of the game was 4 versus 5 because Radio Rays, the captain, the drafter of Pierre Bing-Tang, did get DC'd out for a longer period of time, so there was no point to keep the game paused for like 30 minutes or so. Here we are with game number 2. He is back though. Hopefully this time around won't run into any internet issues, and if he will, well, I guess we'll deal with that when we get to that point. Looking at the bans though, Pierre Bing-Tang once again banning out the Tidehunter first as Kingdom now removing a Brewmaster. To be honest, Brewmaster didn't have like a massive part to play in their victory just because, well, they were 4 versus 5 first of all. But definitely Brewmaster a good enough first pick hero, to be honest, if Pierre Bing-Tang wanted to go for that one. At the moment though, Troll Warlord banned by themselves. I think they banned it in the second phase last time around. Not entirely sure, to be honest. But I think it was a second phase ban by Pierre Bing-Tang last time. So Kingdom, to the ban out a Batrider, Vengeful, Juggernaut, Axe, quite possibly. I think it's gonna be the Axe ban. Not entirely sure how afraid they are of that, or how likely they think that Axe will be the first pick. Pierre Bing-Tang, of course, running a Shadow Fiend last game, might go for it again. As Kingdom banning out a Lycan instead. Hard to remember, but I think it was also the ban in the previous game. As now Pierre Bing-Tang. What's the first pick gonna be? Vengeful Spirit, Batrider, Shadow Fiend. Vengeful will be the start. So Kingdom, if they want to go for a Batrider, at least Pierre Bing-Tang do have that counter already. Of course, Pierre Bing-Tang themselves might go for a Batrider now because they know the Kingdom cannot go for one of the better counters for it, the Vengeful. But other than that, Kingdom, Shadow Fiend +1 could be possible. They might even go for like a Skyrev Mage, Bristleback, for all we know. Anything along those lines. Juggernaut still available, and Juggernaut, well, I guess he did get nerfed now, so I'd like to see if anybody picks up the nerfed version of the Juggernaut. Reduced agility gain, increased mana cost on the healing ward is a pretty huge thing, to be honest. I think I'm totally missing some change. The mana cost got rescaled for the Blade Fury as well. Starts like a little bit higher, but last level is lower. Kingdom though, taking a pretty long time now. But Shadow Fiend will be the first pick, so the tables have been turned. Pierre Bing-Tang, they were the ones picking it up last time around. That's the secondary pick here. If they could pick up a Vengeful Spirit, I'm pretty sure they would at the moment as the secondary pick, but unfortunately for them, that is out of the question already. As Pierre, what might they be thinking about now? I think Batrider is still pretty nice against the Shadow Fiend, or Batrider is pretty good against really anything, in all fairness. Just having that initiation power with the Firefly, getting some extra vision coming in from the trees like that. So I think it might be a viable pick, even against a Vengeful Spirit, it can work out. If they're thinking about maybe other supports, Lion straight out wouldn't be too horrible for Kingdom now. But it will be a Centaur, so picking up 2 of their cores, what we can expect to be a mid laner as well as the offlane Centaur. But Pierre going for a Sniper, a hero they themselves banned out, having run the Shadow Fiend. But they're picking it up as a second pick, just to make sure the Kingdom cannot ban it out in the second phase here. And this might be a huge mistake. I mean, by Pierre that is. Yes, Sniper can be strong, but Centaur is pretty decent up against Sniper with that Stampede. Oh, just a second, guys. Updating score on Twitch. Yes, it's done now. But as strong as Sniper can be, Kingdom now, they have 3 picks to go for heroes that can just get to the back lines. Maybe like a Storm Spirit even, depending on how much lockdown Pierre Bing-Tang wants to go for. As they themselves banned out a Lion and an AEA. So maybe a Morphling to come, maybe a Slark there for Pierre Bing-Tang. As for Kingdom, I guess a Slark wouldn't be too bad for themselves. Getting that Shadow Dance, making it so the Sniper cannot even attack you during the time. I guess Shrapnel can still affect you, but not that big of a deal, I think, if you're in the Shadow Dance anyway. Even a Phantom Assassin safe lane might work out up against Sniper, just getting the Phantom Strike to get close to the Sniper. But Faceless Void for now, banned out by Kingdom. A hero we don't see all that often, but can definitely be strong enough and could quite possibly create the space for the Sniper to just be in the backlines and attack away. Kingdom now? Whoa, an IO pickup. So are we going to see an IO Tiny by them? We might. I'm hoping for an IO Chaos Knight. It's been such a long time since I've seen it. Reality Rift onto the Sniper as well might work out wonders in all fairness. They don't have any massive AoE for now either to deal with those Phantasm Illusions really. Beerbin Tank themselves picked up a Silencer. Not too sure if it's gonna be a support or not, but Kingdom going for the... Well, I guess watching Tiny play isn't all that boring, but it's just that popular of an IO combination that it's boring in that sense. But Beerbin Tank, 20 seconds and counting down as they do pick up a Necrophos. They even had plenty of reserve time left afterwards anyway. But, wow, what can I say? Necrophos pick here can work out wonders if you get enough farm. But at the moment, Sniper, Necrophos, pretty farm reliant heroes to be honest. Bursting IO down though is just like assassinate into Reaper Scythe and means IO is dead. The other heroes though, Tiny, pretty tanky, Centaur, more or less so as well. Shadow Fiend builds, if you get like an Eye of Skadi by that point, you should have enough health to not just fall over from random stuff. So Kingdom's lineup is pretty decent so far against Beerbin Tank's Axe. Does get banned out now as that 5th one. Sand King removed by Kingdom themselves. So I guess they're expecting the Silencer to be a core, or are they really? How will Beerbin Tank lane this? Especially now the Kingdom going for the Disruptor. Usually Disruptor is used to deal with the IO, but it can definitely work with the IO as well. Nice against Sniper. Quite possibly Sniper trying to run away. I mean, he's pretty far at the start of the fight anyway, or should be. Then fight, let's say, the front line crumbles for Beerbin Tank, which will be pretty much the clockwork. Who else is going to stand in the front line? Necrophos, maybe with enough farm at one point in time, but at the start, even this Necrophos just Avalanche Toss combination, guys. Avalanche Toss. Kingdom though, how will they lane this? Is it going to be center off lane, IO Tiny mid with a Shadowfiend Disruptor safe lane? If it is Disruptor Shadowfiend safe lane, Clockwork probably is going to have a decent enough time there. Or knowing that there might be dual lanes, Beerbin Tank, can they put together some form of aggressive tri-lane? Silencer, Vengeful, plus Necro? Nah, just go safe I think. Get guaranteed farm on Necro, maybe a really fast Midas into whichever follow-up items he wants to go for. May it be Aghanim straight out, maybe even a Sheepstick. But to introduce the lineups now for the second game of this 2-game series, Beyonce playing the Shadowfiend, leaving Fruits on the IO, with Drakan on the Disruptor, Lee Honky to handle the Tiny, and Chase will be the last one on the Centaur Warrunner. As for BNB, they're gonna have Radio Rays on the Silencer, Bendech playing the Clockwork, Kupo on the Macrophos with Lights. Finally, we have 3 actual team members there for them. It's the Sniper, and Kun is the last one on the Vengeful Spirit. But looks like they have changed around their just roles now that Lights has come back. Because Kupo, I'm pretty certain he played that Lion, support Lion last game. I wouldn't be sure of it, but we were paused, so I got a closer look at him. Damn, wait. Thought we lost something, guys. Wait a second. Oh. I lost my flippy floppies. I guess I can't call them flippers, but I don't know what the English word for them is. My winter flippers, inside winter flippers, whatever. Flippy floppies. Now the oh god, Clockwork does get the cogs off. Toss, no toss. Oh, Lee Honky Tiny, why? Going for the Avalanche first. Otherwise, toss. Oh god. In the meantime, Beyonce, he's gonna give away first blood. Did get the bounty rune, so I guess it's something, but with that gold, he can pick up a TP scroll, so He doesn't lose that much, but it's just giving away first blood. Kun suddenly, he's gonna have boots on the Vengeful Spirit, and that's gonna make his life a hell of a lot easier. And the thing is, didn't even need to use the magic missile really, so didn't even have to spend a single point of mana for that kill. Mid lane now, it is going to be the Clockwork. I thought whether they're gonna run the Clockwork in the mid lane up against this tiny IO combination, and probably out of their 5 heroes, the best hero to have in that situation. Drakan now, he's also facing a tri-lane, so I think BNB laning this, or laning it like this, aggressive tri-lane, probably one of the better ideas, just because what can Kingdom do? If they leave a tiny mid lane up against Clock is probably gonna have a pretty decent time in all fairness. Now the Cogs come out, a couple of tire creeps there as well. Bendek though will lose the man fight a little bit up against the tiny, 9 less damage for now. Also, we have to be a little bit afraid of that at any point. Ayo could rotate in, but Rakan, he's going to get stunned up. Silencer, of course, isn't all that great with the follow-up there. Beyonce is level 2. Is he going to go for some Shadow Rays? What? Did Rakan just get blocked? He's going to go down. Shadow Rays is 2 of them. He needs a third, needs a little bit of extra. Beyonce losing some mana. Oh god, the Thunder Strike. It's not enough. Needed one more tick. Even then, there might have been 1 HP remaining on Kun, but man, that was so close. 2-0 start for BNB. This laning definitely working out. Looking at the top lane also, Centaur shouldn't be able to get too much done up against Necrophos. Earlier on is a little bit easier, but once more points come into Heartstop Aurora, maybe even Death Pulse, it's just gonna get increasingly harder for the Centaur to even be on lane. Now the Kun will get a 2-minute rune, and suddenly Drakan is screwed once again. Shrapnels to slow him down all the way, minus armor even from the Vengeful Spirit. Got the bounty rune, got the kill. He's got all 3 kills. He is filthy rich. 700 gold now. Can go for a super early Medallion of Courage if he wants to. Oh man. And this Clockwork, 9 last hits compared to 13 of Tiny, but considering it's an IO Tiny combination, Clockwork is really holding his own. And they can't really surprise him all that well. I mean, they're gonna have to get an Avalanche Toss combination where Clockwork is next to them for the Cogs not to just completely stop that. It's going to be hard to kill this Clockwork as long as he has mana for Cogs at the very least. Shrapnel will slow down Beyonce, but... well, Curse of the Silent Magic Missile as well. Are you kidding me? Are they really going to get the kill here? They have the Curse of the Silent still taking one more attack. Kun gets the kill. 1k gold in the bank. What is the start from BNB? Such a start makes me even sadder that the last game was played out 4 versus 5 for half of it. Man, what a dominating start for BNB here. Completely screwing over the lanes. Mid lane, Pentak in some trouble possibly, but Lee Hunky does not have enough mana for another toss. Not too sure if it would have even done the trick anyway. But Fruits is sharing some mana now. Cannot share health because he has full health himself. But bottom lane, Shadowfiend is in some trouble again. He only has 3 last hits at the moment. That's just extremely sucky. He's gonna have to even shell raise the ground just because he wanted to get rid of the Curse of the Silent, which is level 2 by now. But Radio Raise as a support, already 8 points of intelligence stolen. That's... wow. That's just... wow. Another Curse of the Silent, and this time around does not have enough mana to even go for a Shadow Raise. Or, well, if he had... I guess he wouldn't have lost health like Magic Stick Shadow Raise. Now though, we might see finally a kill on the board for Kingdom Kun. I don't think he can escape this one. Hooftomp, Tether Slow as well. Avalanche will follow and get the kill. Io, never mind, does get the kill himself with just an attack. But Haste Rune is bottled up. Maybe they themselves can go for some action on the Necrophos now. Comparing the Necrophos to the Shadowfiend, almost level 5, 13 last hits. Shadowfiend about to hit level 4, but there's the Io reload, not the reload, but the Tether coming out. Kupo, can he dodge the Tether Slow with the Hooftomp? No, he cannot. With the double edge, it's gonna be kill secured to Kingdom. They strike back. Curse of the Silent will screw them over somewhat, at least Chase. But Fruits sharing some extra charges as well here. He even gave the bottle to Chase himself. Huh. Okay then. What a nice IO. Oh, it was a Chase's bottle. So there was double bottle for a period on Fruits. Mid lane now, Lee Hunky, low on mana, gets caught by the Cogs as well. Cannot run away. His own creeps blocking his escape path. A few more punches. No battery assault yet, but they're gonna get the kill anyway. I think, no, they don't. 8 HP remaining. Now the power treads. Well, 15 HP. Not a hell of a lot better. Rocket Flare will just get dodged. Nicely done by Lee Hunky. There's even a TP coming in from Yayo, and maybe he doesn't have to go all the way home. Gave a couple of bottle charges, had Leon Key, or well, gave them to him, got them recharged because he just TP'd in. So Leon Key will hang about for now. Hookshot is there for Clockwork if he has enough mana, so might still be able to kill Lady Tiny if he's that low in health, but Fruits coming in with some extra bottle charges. It's probably going to be fine now. Bottom lane is where we're going to see some action, I think. Lights gonna go in. Shrapnel is there, just starts on punching away at Beyonds. One or two more punches, and well, that's a kill now. Suddenly Chase. He's going to get last word at Radio Race. I think he's waiting for the Curse of the Silent, but he's not going to be able to use it. Did receive tower aggro after all. Now though, Bendech comes in, finds two, Battery Assault activated, Cogs is going to catch Drakan. Glimpse though will save Drakan completely. Hookshot back in though. Come here, Disruptor, I want to kill you. Hoofstomp will buy just enough time, I think, with the kinetic field as well. Rocket Flare, level 2 just doesn't do the trick there. So Clockwork pretty much expended all of his mana for nothing. He's going to have a rune to bottle up though, so get some mana back. 5-2, lasted wise, still advantage BNB. Especially the Shadowfin 19 and 2, but Shadowfin can flash farm and catch up if need be. Necrophos has gotten power threats, had an alt talisman I think from the start. Huh, could this be a Dagon build even? We'll see, haven't seen it that often from it, a Necrophos, but it definitely might be. Just keep on blowing up the Shadowfiend, maybe blow up the IO straight out all the time. Even up against Tiny, I guess it can work to some extent, although Tiny is pretty tanky. Oh god, Avalanche Toss. Bendech though, I think the Avalanche Toss wasn't... Oh, Chain Perfect now, Fruits now. No Tether for 5 seconds, has a regen rune in the bottle, but little good does that to him. So nice turnaround there, getting the Cogs, only onto the IO, Tiny. Already backed off by that time. Smoke will find Kupo, I think. Do they have a Stampede? No, they don't. So, do they dive this? Glimpse back. They're waiting for it. Hoofstomp will land as well, Double Edge. Is it even enough? Death Pulse is still on cooldown for 2 more seconds. Just keep on running. Reaper Scythe though with the help of Lights. They get the kill. Shadow Race will get the counter. But suddenly more Shrapnels. They get the Disruptor down, and Lights with an Assassinate is gonna kill off Beyonce. Or is he? Oh yes. Magic Stick and Bullet Charges almost got him high enough. But 355 damage. Yes, 355 damage. So 25% magic resistance. Wait. In the meantime, we're gonna get the kill on Radio Race. Did get off the Curse of the Silence before though, and they might get Tiny with this, although Fruits keeping him alive of course with those bullet charges, but with the help of the tower. They're gonna get both again, or are they? Nope. Wow, tower hits. Yes, they are. Kupo even came in for that one. But what I wanted to say, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, 355 damage. So he would have needed like 110 minus 355. 245 health. I think he got up to 227 when he died from the bottle. So it was close for Beyonce. It was close, but... Now the Glimpse back onto Radio Race. Again, he's going to be so screwed. Gets off the Curse of the Silent to be a little bit annoying against Drakan, but that's about it. Top lane though, we're going to get the jump onto Chase. Still does not have his ultimate ready with Stampede. Shrapnel just chase him down. Now there's probably Cogs with the Battery Assault. Does get off a Hoofstomp, but makes no difference at all. So BNB still pulling ahead in kills. Looking at the net worth though, Sniper is number 1, Clockwork is the 3rd one, but Tiny still has reasonable farm. Shadowfiend, not completely horrible either, I mean, has a little bit more than the Necrophos. And on lane, Shadowfiend had a much harder time, has died 4 times in this game already. Tower situation will help out, of course, BNB getting this one down now. And it's just, I guess Vengeful Spirit getting all of the kills was so-so. I mean, it's 4, 1, and 3. His participation kills is pretty high, and now Mask of Man is finished on Lights. A double-edged sword, to say the least, especially up against an Avalanche Toss. Shadow Races, Requiem of Souls, just Centaur blinking in, Hoof Stomping, double-edging. So this Sniper, at least Take Aim is on level 3, so he can attack from a pretty far away range. But 10 minutes in, graphs, 3k lead for BNB, XP 1700 or so, so it's not that big to be honest. By the way they've been going for kills, it feels like they might have more, but if you're going for kills, you're not farming at the same time. And if you get the kills while they've just purchased something up, yes, it's still going to slow them down, but Might not be as important at times. Another rocket flare, but I think from the rocket flare angle, they knew where they came from. Now Lights backing up already. There's the invis chase. Centaur Hoofstomp lands on 2. They won't get the global silence or anything. Even if they had level 6 Koopa, will get silenced up. No Reaper sight, but Sniper just keeps on going from the back line. 3 dead. Fruits will survive the assassinate, but not the rocket flare of Bende. So, decent initiation. Sniper also gets the tower though. And in the end, they lose 4 heroes. They got the Hoofstomp onto Sniper that Chase was looking for. The follow-up was absolutely non-existent there, at least on the Sniper. So Kingdom, maybe focusing a little bit too much on the heroes that were just straight out front. And that's just why probably Sniper was banned by BNB themselves. You can just stay at such a long distance, shrapnel up, have the Mask of Madness to headshot people. And now he's back to, or not back, but he's down to the bottom lane now. Or I guess it is back. He was in the tri lane after all, I think, as well here, right? I'm pretty sure that there was... Yeah, Clockwork was mid, so Sniper was bottom lane. But they're gonna go for a tier 1 here now. Slowly just start nibbling away at it. Shrapnel comes down to onto Lee Hong-ki already. Fruits did relocate in, but Solo, Lights, still alive. They're gonna go for a kill. Oh god, no, the Avalanche into the Mask of Madness. Magic Missile does come out, but... It was a 1-for-1 IO. Or rather, Sniper... If he kept on running, maybe he would have died to the Wisp Ball, so he decided to man up instead. Bender now mid lane, wants to get the kill, hookshot, does miss though. So, no kills for the Clockwork this time around. And bottom lane was a huge success as well, losing only an IO to kill off a Sniper. Sniper does 6.5k in the bank. Next item will be something with a Mithril Hammer. Maelstrom, I think, is like one of the more common builds. Might of course be a BKB as well, because there is a hell of a lot of magic. I think BKB might be somewhat necessary. He probably doesn't want to go for it if he can help it, especially this early on, but... I can see multiple uses for BKB for sure here. You never want to just use BKB only if you get glimpsed, but sometimes it might be necessary, so even for that it's great. 8 to 17. Crafts XP, only 1k lead now for BNB. 3.5 net worth for BNB as well, but it's lower than it used to be. Suddenly double damage Shadow Fiend though. Has himself the buckler, so going for a mech. Seems like kind of a popular item on Shadow Fiends. To be honest, having a mech, especially if an IO is in your team, is never bad. And this Shadow Fiend can just get it that much faster than Aya would be able to. Aya, I mean, just got boots. Does have a Bodland and Earth Shadow, so all well and good, but... You can focus on maybe just getting Arcane boots next now. Doesn't have to... Need to worry about like, oh crap, we don't... Or we still don't have a mech for our team. BNB don't have it either, so it's fine. Kupo is getting close to it though, only about 315 gold. Again, whoa, that's a pretty early. Again, we set per 13 minutes in, 40 seconds. It hasn't been the greatest game for the Tiny, but getting these Aghanims, game will be a hell of a lot easier. Just farm up, deal more damage, push. Now the fun begins probably. A Sniper still just pushing away at this bottom side. Shrapnel is down to get some vision as well over the trees mostly, I think. But tower will go down. Doesn't look like Kingdom want to just put up any defense for this particular tower. They already have lost it, well, all the tier 1s now. At least they used the glyph, I think. Yes, they did. So Beyonce needs only 240-ish gold to get this BKB, not the BKB, the mech rolling. Chase still doesn't have his blink, but he's not that far away. At least has the stampede now as well. He's level 9. As Bendech will find Drakan. Is he going to go for the Cogs? Not yet. Waiting for it, and he's going to get the kill without. He's fine. Cogs now, yes, pushes back Beyonce, pushes back Lee Hong-ki, but the last attack gets the kill anyway. Now Koopa, he runs in like a boss. Will get swapped out. Stampede is there as well. Hoofstomp. Chase, how many is he going to get? Lee Hong-ki stays alive quite easily, so with the double edge, they get Koopa down. Now Lights will be next. There is no running. Avalanche connects. Toss to follow on the IO. And that's Blink also finished on the center now. That was a pretty horrible fight for BNB. Clockwork, first of all, he died straight out. And then I really don't understand what the Necrophos's plan was running in like that. Especially if a level 1 ultimate isn't all that strong. You need the hero to be pretty low for that ultimate to kill him. So now this Raptor has Tranquil Boots. 1.2k on Tiny also. What's even the next item for Tiny? Yasha. I don't think you go for drums if you haven't gone for them yet anyway. But again, he might go back for drums, we'll see. But Yasha probably will be it, I think. Yasha into Manta style Maelstrom in the meantime. Finished on the Dwarf, the Sniper. So farming up the jungle, has the lifesteal. With the Maelstrom, has some lightning procs to make just clearing multiple creeps a little bit easier for himself. Nice Radio Boys. Coming towards the mid lane now. At least that's a global silence, so that's a good sign. He had it for the previous engagement already as well, of course. But Shrapnels come out, Beyonce pops his Invis rune. He will not take a chance. Do we have detection on anybody once again? Does not look like it. So Shadowfiend just played it safe for now. Has another 1.9k gold as well, will Bottle Crow. So what does BNB have? BKB being worked on by Bendech. Definitely not going to be too bad. Sniper, we'll see if he also wants to go for a BKB. I still think he kind of should. He's so damn squishy, especially if the Mask of Man is activated. But they might get a few easy kills here. Fruits, of course, does have to relocate. Hookshot lands into the creeps. Oh, the timing was so bad. Magic Missile does get Tiny. But Fruits will come in. Global Silence is there as well. Reaper Scythe. It's enough to get the kill in the end. It doesn't give the plus 30 seconds of respawn time, I believe, because Koopa killed him straight after the Reaper Scythe, but... I'm pretty sure it was, but was the relocate just pushed back by the power cogs? It sure felt like it. That is unfortunate to say the least. So they get a huge kill. A kill in addition to that one as well, just because all the hero happened to be around. Now though... 17 minutes, 41 seconds in and counting up. Game is pretty damn even. Probably the graphs, yes. The gold graph now in the favor of Kingdom after the past couple of engagements. Only by about 1500, but elite nonetheless. XP, a little bit more so. 3.2k as, oh god, we have another failed hookshot chase. Should be able to get out now. Not enough mana on Bendech to keep on going. And that is the blink to safety. Drakan. He hasn't been able to use the Static Storm too much at the moment. Well, just because mostly they haven't been having too many team fights. As a haste, again, this time on the Vengeful Spirit. There's been quite a lot of haste runes in this series in general. But both teams definitely slowed down a little bit here. They're just going to go farm up Ancients, farm up anything they can. Clockwork though has a BKB. Beyonce will get his own. Possibly has 3k in the bank. Please let it not be Shadowblade. I guess Shadowblade might be a nice surprise factor. Just win a huge fight, get a massive advantage from that one. Just because late game at the moment. If, of course, Necrophos gets a nice Reaper Scythe, suddenly one hero's out, no buyback. Definitely scary, but IO Tiny combination. Shadowfiend to back them up, even a Centaur to some extent. That sounds pretty strong to me. Oh, Rocket Flare trying to, I guess, push out the lane rather than scout things out. But Medallion of Courage on Kun now with the Power Dreads, so he's plenty tanky. Until he uses that Medallion of Courage, gonna be sitting on the... Oh, Stampede comes out, Hookshot as well. They do catch Tiny, but Clockwork, I think he's gonna die himself for easy. Nope, Assassinate with the Magic Missile buys just enough time. And can they get some more staggerers? No, not gonna happen. Still, getting the Tiny, probably the biggest kill to get. But Beyonce farming up, using the farming time at the same time. Is going for a BKB, only about 300 gold short of it. Tier 1 will be defended though. Clockwork just TPs in. Wants to make sure that nobody feels comfortable enough to randomly get the tower down. There is a smoke though. It's a disruptor as well as Chase playing that Centaur. So will the smoke work out? BKB also finished on Shadow Fiend now, so that's great. Blink, Hoof Stomp, easy kills. Clockwork, it was so low on health to begin with. Disruptor really didn't need a single spell there. That's how easy it was for the Centaur. And maybe I wouldn't even say it was farming far up, to be honest. It's just nighttime screwing them over a little bit. Or, well, the one Clockwork player over. Oh! The glimpse kind of helped Chase escape now. As he's just going for the 4-staff. Not too bad here. I mean, not a bad item, rather. Mobility is always going to be nice. But Beyonce with this Invis rune now, with the BKB as well, he's just waiting somebody to get a little bit separated from the tier 1. Pop your Requiem, kill somebody off straight out, and then while he great wait to just continue the fight as lights. Going for a Blink Dagger on the Sniper. Maybe he saw it, but he's gonna be so screwed. Requiem of Souls will be channeled. Doesn't get the maximum duration, but Kinetic Field keeps him in place anyway. The mech is there, and... oh, Blink Hoofed lands on 2 as well. Double Edge gets the 2. Koopa, he's gonna lose his life chase. Survives the Reaper Scythe. Radio Rays will be going down next. Clockwork. Can they also chase him somehow with anything at all? Does not feel like it, but they get the tier 1 down. They got 4 kills. I don't think anybody bought back for this. Nope, they didn't. But that's Kingdom suddenly. Start maybe a little bit rocky now. Taking a pretty decisive command of this game. There's even going to be a BKB on Lee Hong Ki pretty soon. So suddenly a 5k plus net worth lead. XP almost 10,000 even. 22 minutes in. Man, just... it's sick how much the lead can grow in such a short period of time. But Sniper, now he goes for the Blink Dagger. I guess before he purchased it and sold it instantly again. At the moment though, Light looking extremely strong. If he can at least just be in the backlines and attack, that is. That's his biggest problem. So far, he hasn't been able to stay that far back just because BNB, Clockwork, he needs to be in the front lines and his cogs need to make it so that Kingdom will not have an easy time surpassing those and getting to the Sniper. If he can do that, he might be fine, but Tiny already so damn beefy. He's a beef monster. He has the BKB finish now also. Yasha, Aghanim's. What's the Tiny scope per minute even? 576, 525 on the Shadow Fiend. After that comes the Sniper and well, then it gets pretty sad for them. So they're gonna have to step up their game a little bit. Just farm game, team fight, whatever, and it's just this Necrophos, not the greatest hero to play from behind. Network wise, he is the 3rd from his team. All in all, 6th. There is a Blink Dagger on Shadow Fiend as well at the same time. BKB Tiny. He's gonna get the BKB off. Avalanche does come out, but no BKB for Lee Hong Ki. He's gonna pop it in the end, but the physical damage from Sniper is too high. The Cogs still keep him in place. Oh, nice toss though. With the Hoof Stomp, Double Edge to follow. So it's a 2-for-1 now. Blink forward. Requiem of Souls. Glimpse will save Clockwork for now, but Radio Rays will get slowed down. BKB will not last for too much longer. But I think he's gonna be able to chase him down. No, he's not. So gonna be a 3-for-2. The end result of things. But to be honest, considering how it all started, how the Tiny just got cogged up and pretty much couldn't do anything at all, it's still a decent fight for them. 5,300 now gained from that fight in XP. Net worth change about 2k as well here. Necrophos getting the most gold for this. 967. So this Necrophos, he can almost finish up the BKB now. It just needs another like 400 gold. But oh yes, the puns on chat. A rocky start for Tiny. Oh. The bottle now will be just left behind for Shadow Fiend though. Has one too many items. Blink, BKB, Mech, Magic Wand. Items that you don't want to replace this early on if you don't need to. What will be the next item though, and what's he gonna replace it for? I guess you sell your Magic Wand, because Mech, otherwise if you sell it this early on, it's just gonna be a dead item you purchased. But Fruits, is he going for a BKB as well on the IO? Is this going to be a game full of BKBs? I guess otherwise you get global silence, then suddenly you know you cannot relocate somebody out to safety, you cannot even tether overcharge or just tether bottle somebody. So I guess BKB will allow you to get rid of that global silence. Looking at the other item progression though, nothing massive yet. Rakan has picked up a point booster, so wants to go for the Aghanim Scepter. Just casual disruptor things. Tiny, how much gold do you have stacked up? 1.6k, so it's not all that much to be honest. But just the fact that the Tiny and the Shadow Fiend are ahead of the Sniper is not the most positive of things for BNB. Now, Io, he's pretty much following the Tiny at the moment, just to make sure that if a fight breaks out with the rest of the free, they can just relocate in there straight out. Thing is, global silence might just screw them over completely trying to do that. 3-man smoke, are you kidding me? It might even work out unless BNB of course have heroes TP in. They even placed an observer, they just feel safe because of this observer. Then Kun, oh god, poor guy! Poor Vengeful Spirit. Global silence was even used here. But they can just back off, or can they? No, hookshot is there. BKB from Beyond's gonna go for the Requiem of Souls. No, gonna cancel it, seeing the BKB on Bender. There's the Requiem of Souls gonna come out. Will land on 2 at least lights. Dropping extremely low, but they need somebody to get closer to Tiny. He's trying to smack down Kupo in the meantime, but Fruit's gonna lose his life, and that's gonna be a lot of regen from Sadist on Kupo. Leonki still in the front lines. He might lose his life again in all fairness. Last word will be affecting them. As, oh, he's still alive, but curses the silence. No! Beyonce, he's also cogged in by Bender. They get the 1 kill, Def Requiem, kills of Clockwork in return. But somebody ended some streaks. So Clockwork ending the Shadow Fiend's mega kill streak for 524. The Tiny just died to, I think, the Curse of the Silent there. So not a great game at all. Just both teams getting some kills, then the others. So 21 to 28 the kill score. Farming wise, as you can see, it should still be a lead for Kingdom, I think. Yes, a solid 10k lead in net worth XP, also 10,000. So it's been at least, the snowball has been halted for now by BNB. We'll see how long they're going to be handled to hold against that, because it's a slope. Snowball is going downhill, so it has gravity and whatnot working towards itself. Whereas RMB, they are beneath it. They're going to have to punch through that, not only stop it. Because 10k lead is still a pretty substantial one, to be honest. Kingdom, they just need to be more, be playing more as a team. If they go as, to be honest, 5 on 5, maybe not even the just strongest suit for them though. And Drakan, does he have his second component yet? No, just a point booster for now. Io still has the Ogre Club, hasn't been able to get his second item either. It might still be a BKB, who knows, but other options, SNY, probably the least likely. Heaven's Halberd wouldn't even be too bad, especially considering Sniper isn't going for the BKB. So getting that disarm might be a matter of life and death, but oh god, they're gonna find the Tiny. What's the best way to just deal with an Io Tiny combination? Gank the 2 heroes. They got the BKB off though, he's still alive. Fruits, he relocated solo, there's the global silence. Oh, Fruits. Mistiming the tether there, didn't even use the tether, I think. Or didn't get to use it, not entirely sure, but Fruits now, he is gonna be screwed as well. Silencer gets another plus 2 points of intelligence, 22 points stolen. That's not bad at all. And this now frees up Roshan for BNB if they want to go for it. And indeed they do. This was rather of a fail, to be honest. But Rosh gonna be taken out with speed here, with the Medallion of Courage, with the Wave of Terror, providing more minus armor. Easy Rosh, easy Aegis. Ring of Aquila is left on the ground, but they don't care too much about that. At the very least, Kingdom is trying to get a trade from this, but the thing is, like I was trying to say when Io and Tiny got ganked, the best way to deal with that is gank the Io and Tiny, not the other 3, because otherwise they will be joining the fight anyway and it's gonna end up as a 5 on 5. But if you just go on Io and Tiny, the other 3, they just can't make it there in time, unless it's really under a tower or something. But Kupo now even has a BKB for himself. Delayed out that Aghanim Scepter a little bit, but with this BKB, He can still die, to be honest. I mean, Aghanim attack damage plus, of course, Shadow Fiend there with the presence of the Dark Lord, providing the minus armor. But Tiny has picked up a Hyperstone, so attacking quite a bit faster now. He got the first 4 items. You can see the Aghanims, Yasha, BKB, as well as the Power Treads. Got them pretty fast. After that, it slowed down considerably. Hyperstone, though, you can count that as a pretty expensive item, though, 2.1k. Not too many like single components towards recipe items cost that much. Mystic Staff, I think, is... Never mind. It's the Eagle Song is the most expensive. Although Butterfly doesn't have a recipe, but it's just the higher tier items, let's just put it like that. So Hyperstone, I guess, isn't that expensive when I start thinking about it that way from the side shop. Just because there's Mystic Staff, there's Eagle Song, there's a Reaver. Other than that, though, Hyperstone might be the next one. Does cost the same amount as Ultimate Orbs, though. Hard to say, guys. Oh, Leonki, he's gonna be in trouble again. Are we gonna see a successful relocate this time? He's gonna get swapped back so far, though. Reaper Scythe was used, but he got the BKB off. In the end, goes down to the physical damage anyway. Hookshot will be attempted and completely whiff. Maybe not completely, but whiff nonetheless. This Tiny, he got a pretty great start. 13 minutes something Aghanims. But BNB now, they're putting on the pressure themselves. Looking at the graphs, it is suddenly about a 6k lead only. XP 4000. So BNB, they are staging a comeback now. And they are looking good in doing so. They're going to go for a tier 2 with spirits to make Bendech back off for a little while. But look at the Shrapnel, it's just completely zoning them. What's the range on Shrapnel? It's too damn high. Too damn high, guys. But bottom lane, Beyonce is pushing in. Tier 2 was destroyed by the Centaur Warrunner. Oh, Beyonce though. Will we get the... No, no blink. Never mind. I was like, Necrophos, can you blink after them? Wave of Terror also, I think, just off target there. If they had seen the Shadow Fiend, there was a tiny chance for Kun to get in range with a swap. Without the force for blink though, he might not have gotten there anyway as top lane. Jace in some trouble. Hookshot does miss just barely. They need a few more right clicks. They're gonna get the kill just before the DP finishes. Unfortunate for the Centaur. So he goes down. Another kill for BNB without... Well, they lost some buildings, but it's not that big of a deal for them. As long as the high ground stands, they're fine. Sniper also finally might be going for a BKB. He's like, screw this, guys. I do not want to get killed. Has picked up an Ogre Club. And I guess there is a chance that it's an SNY for higher mobility. But I'd like to see BKB here. The Scooter though, well, finally gonna be sent on his merry way home. Drakan has the second component finished, the Ogre Club. Tiny still trying to get that AC finished up. Shadow Fiend, I guess Skadi with the first ultimate orb, 2.8k after that. So if he wants the Skadi, he's gonna have it in 900 gold. Clockwork in the meantime gets a solo kill on the Disruptor. Hookshot, Power Cogs, Battery Assault probably is what happened. A Rocket Flare to spice things up. But that is an Aghanim set to finish done. Necrophos now has a level 3 ultimate. That is pretty scary if you do not wield a BKB on yourself. Because if you die, you're gonna respawn 30 seconds later than normal. Plus, you're not gonna be able to buy back. That's the biggest aspect, not being able to buy back. But also the increase in timer is also pretty damn solid. So even before the Aghanims, the ultimate can be extremely strong and devastating. Kupo though, well, I guess their entire team is in the enemy jungle, so it's fine for him to farm it up. Kun has finished up a 4-staff in the meantime. Beyonce also farming the enemy jungle, does just have enough now for that Eye of Skadi if he wants to finish it up. Might want to save for buyback though. It's 35 minutes in already. I think buyback might be like the more important thing here to save for. Oh, the glimpse back. No, it's fine, it's fine. Nothing important. But they're gonna get the tier 2 mid lane and they're even gonna go apply pressure to the tier. Look at how fast it drops. Hyperstone overcharge Tiny. My god, Cliff is already forced out. They're gonna have to back off. No TP on Necrophos. Lights can go though, but Kupo, he's gonna have to run. Same for the Clockwork. Oh god, guys. Purchase TP's global silence is there though. Fruits in a hell of a lot of trouble. They're gonna back off for now. They're gonna attempt it, but with the stampede, BKB is there on Tiny and Fruits. Although the tether broke, they still had enough as Chase gets down to tier 3. He's going to get Reaper Scythe first. There will blink. Does get the Requiem Souls off, but Kupo plenty tanky by now, and that's a BKB on Shadow Fiend. BKB TP, no, not gonna happen. Now he's gonna go for the TP. He's gonna go die. Sniper got too close by the time. Maybe he would have been too close to begin with, but really sloppy from Kingdom. I mean, they did get the tier 3 BKB on Bendek though. Does he really want to go in like that 1 versus 2? I guess he wants to challenge them and bait them in. Looked like the initial bait worked, but Glimpse. Nobody else is there. Oh god, do they get some stuns? Force Step was used, but there's no magic missile or swap in time. Tiny though has himself an AC finish now as well. So, Tiny, a lot scarier, not only in team fights but also in pushing now. They did not get melee Rex down though, so it was, I'd say wasted damage. Because it's just going to regen up. If you had gone for range racks, there's no way those heal up unless you have a Treant Protector on your team. BKB now though is finished on the Sniper, so that's going to make things a little bit easier for him. Had the Daedalus finished before this one, so his damage output isn't all that low, so it doesn't need to worry about that one, especially when the Mask of Madness is activated. So with the BKB, as long as he can steer clear of just the physical damage of a Shadow Fiend as well as a Tiny, it's going to be perfectly fine to just wreck face from the back lines. XP once again in the favor of BNB though after quite some time in this game. 4k lead, net worth though 6k for Kingdom. So Kingdom, I guess they're farming still a tiny bit better in general. Heaven's Halberd even finished up on Chase now on the Centaur. But BNB, only 3 of them, no not BNB, Kingdom, only 3 of them are on the top side of things, and Tiny will back off now as well before a proper gank comes his way. Just a second, I am gonna copy myself the password for the next game straight out. First departure versus Ice, should be a pretty exciting game. First time for me to get the new first departure lineup to cast, and Ice. Well, yesterday in game 1 they looked shaky, game number 2 they were pretty excellent against, I think it was Red Vipers. So Ice versus First Departure is going to be the next series unless this goes for another 20 minutes. Which it very well might, but even then I might be there in time depending on if First Departure versus Ice starts on time. And knowing Sophidesia it might not. Kupo does get the BKB off before the Hoofstomp. Even as a double damage stone chase to nice shrapnel will slow them down and make them back off. But even forcing out the BKB is somewhat worth it, to be honest. Stampede not that long with a cooldown, and that was a 9-second BKB. Aghanim's now finished up on Bendech. Benda. I'm not too sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. If it's like Benda or Bendech. I'm gonna say Bendech. Screw this. Benda. Benda. Chase though, on the run, or well, is he on the run? Rocket Flare, Bendech, hookshot, does miss, blink out by Chase. So Chase, is he going to be able to TP out as well? Blink TP maybe. No, he's waiting for his blink. Do they really plan on turning things around? Blink from Beyonce, oh, just in case. He BKBs and TPs out. There is an Aghanim Scepter now on Clockwork, so his hookshots are definitely lower cooldown. But he wasn't around, so there was no chance for them to cancel it. If they had the Troll Warlord, would be a lot easier to cancel them. Just go next to them. Maybe pop Battle Trance if you have it. If not, might get the kill anyways. Top lane, Drakan in a lot of trouble on the Disruptor again. Bendech finds him. Static Storm is used, but it's gonna accomplish more or less nothing. Bottom lane though, Global Silence is there. Kupo is in so much trouble, he goes down anyway. The physical damage is too much, and now Global Silence ends as the toss will cancel the TP of Radio Rays. Avalanche to follow, and that is why you want to be as a team, like all of them. We didn't have one, so top lane now suddenly Lee Hunky, knowing that 2 heroes are dead, they can either go in and maybe try to force buybacks, or if there are no buybacks, they might even get racks from this. 4800 gold also on Lee Hunky. Do we really go high ground? There's only the two of you. Fruits does not have the relocate either, so there's gonna be the hook shot. Shrapnel as well. Fruits gonna try to keep you alive as long as he can. BKB avalanche does right clicks to come. Sniper I think is a little bit too fast, but no! Gets swapped to his death. Sniper would have been so fine. Kun tried to go for the next level play. Tiny still alive. Fruits make sure of that. Another toss, but the cogs made it so that they can't get close enough. Avalanche 1 second cooldown. They will get the kill on Kun. Oh man. That turnaround. I thought Tiny might be in trouble with the sniper being there like that. Pops his BKB. Does a lot of counter damage, but with the Mask of Madness, Sniper should have been faster, and they get mid lane tier 3. Gonna go for Rax next. Plus, they're gonna get top Rax for sure. Too many heroes are still dead for too long of a time. 30 seconds. GG lol is called. Kingdom. They win game number 2 as well. Well, that was a fast ending to the game. BNB got a couple of nice fights, but 1 or 2 fights in a row just going completely wrong. And well, what can I say, guys? Kingdom take it 2-0. First game could have been or should have been a lot more exciting, but the case was that we played 4 versus 5 for half the duration. But now we're gonna have one more series coming up. I'm gonna go do some push-ups, move around, get myself some just sugar to stay up. Otherwise, sometimes I just zoned out during this cast. Sorry guys, but for the next one, Ice versus First Departure, I'm gonna make sure I'm ready. It's gonna start in about 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere, just listen to some music in between. Feel free to request some songs if I have them or if I can find them on Spotify. And of course, follow HeflaTV if you want to see more of us. It's HeflaTV on both Facebook and Twitter. For myself personally, @Coucher. And having said that, guys, just have a good one. Next game in 15 minutes.